What's going on, buddy? Soliak here. I'm here, Port Canaveral. Welcome to the Jetty Park Beach and Campground. Alright. Should be a good time. Walking up to a sign, says, welcome to Jetty Park. Tells you about, basically, for Brevard residents and non-Brevard residents. And when I make this next video, I'll talk about the fees and all that good stuff, and we'll go through that process. But it seems like I already can see what's about to happen. Do I just follow this all the way down?
Just follow all the way down. It's going to take you about 10 minutes to get in there.
That's alright.
Okay?
The legs are strong. The legs are strong today.
You got it.
Alright, bud. So it's going to take about 10 minutes if we do park. So if we do park, if you want to come in, you want to pay the money, it'll be about, I think it says it's about $15. Nice little pond here, a little freshwater pond. So anybody right over here, if you can see, we've got a little freshwater pond. It's got some swans. That swan's probably evil. But notice anglers, no fishing allowed. So actually, if we are walking past this, we cannot fish in this pond. But that's alright, because we're really not trying to fish in the freshwater. We're going to just take a walk, and we're going to go, and we're going to take this 10-minute walk straight to the inlet. And that's what I'll probably do. I'll probably walk. I may, I'm not even going to tell you what I'm going to do. Forget all that noise. But anyway, yeah. So we got a 10-minute walk. And this might be a good thing, you know. I actually, I may encourage this idea. We got right here, we've got the beach going straight, campground to the left. We may want to come here sometime for like a little open carry gathering at this campground. And it says, you know, the Jetty Park, hours from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. So the hours are good. Right now, I've been inside this park. I've been right inside, right as I enter this park. And there was no sign that says no firearms. So if we don't see a no firearms sign, like a gun-free zone, as they would call it, guess what? So far, I may be wrong, but from what I know, we're not in a gun-free zone right now. So, as long as we're within the Florida statutes, and we're following 790.25, Section 3, Subsection H, under the Florida statutes, we are good to make this walk. We are good to do whatever we'd like inside this park. Even though we've What's up, bud?
Hey.
Even though the Port Authority guy was like, oh, blah, 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 whatever. I don't know what his deal was. But anyway, still making this walk. Now, we're just going to continue following this road, or this sidewalk, all the way. Now, this is looking like mosquito haven, so I may pick up the pace a little bit. Right there, Jetty Park, feral cat colony. Please do not feed feral cats. No authorized volunteers may feed the cats. See campground staff if you're interested in feeding the feral cats. And then there's a no trespassing sign right over here, straight in front of me. I'm going to hope that you can see that. But it says, deputy sheriffs are granted permission to enter this property for the purpose of enforcing criminal violations or patrol. Deputy sheriffs are authorized to act on my behalf, enforcing any criminal violations that occur upon or against this property. The owner and custodian prosecute any persons who commit those offenses. 3. Deputy sheriffs may give no trespassing warnings and arrest any person who does trespass upon this property. So far, once again, walking along this sidewalk, public access, there's no, if you were going to put something for the public to understand, there's no better way to put that information, just like they put those signs right there, to say, hey, it is unlawful to carry a firearm on this property. And as they should. Just like as I walk into a federal building or into a police station, there's a big sign, or usually, I won't say big, it's usually maybe like 2 foot by 1 foot sign that says no firearms allowed. So, if you don't let the public know that they can't carry a firearm, and they have to understand the law, that's like, you're just that's entrapment, almost to a point. How y'all folks doing? Oh, we're living the dream today. Once again, we're just out here, just taking a walk. The park ranger or the park official or whatever he is, he said it's a 10-minute walk. I've been walking a few minutes, and it's a nice little walk. Got a little cover. There was some feral cats. Yeah, we'll go back. Hey, kitties. Hi. Yep, they're the cats. They're just lounging, chilling in the shade, having a good day. But yeah, don't feed the feral cats if you are not authorized. If you happen to be open carrying on that day, do not feed the feral cats, because that would be a violation, and it could and possibly may get you arrested. So remember, and we may come here, don't bring some little kitty treats thinking that it's going to be okay for you to do or to feed the cats. I saw this little entrance, and I'm like, all right, awesome. All right, we still got a little bit of a walk. We're going to follow this trail all the way through. That was a little entrance to the beach. And once again, we could take that route. We're just going to follow this trail. Alright, I'm here at another sign. Gives us some rules, some regulations that they want us to follow. The very top here says help us protect the sea turtles. That's mainly guided towards sea turtles. There's a little information up there. You may or may not be able to see that. But right down here, beach rules. Failure to follow instructions of lifeguard will result in trespass from the park. 2. Glass bottles or containers. No glass bottles or containers. Here, right here on the beach where we're at over here, in this direction, if you can see where I'm pointing, we cannot fish. So we have to keep walking. We have to go to this pier. Number 4, no fires, no cooking. Number 5, no pets. Number 6, no motorized vehicles. Number 7, no water activity by the jetty. And that's probably going to be swimming, maybe jet skiing, boating, certain things like that. Number 8, keep off the rocks, keep off the dunes. And number 9, no littering. So far, so good. Once again, looking for signs, and that's not one of them. So, if you were trying to come here and express your rights under their rules and regulations that we've already looked at, it has no mention, no nothing of anything that says you cannot carry a firearm here. As long as you're within the state law, you are good to go. So, once again, here we come, beach rules. Yep, just a photocopy of the last sign I just went to. You know, no fishing, all that good stuff. We're not going to be on the beach this way. You know, obviously this way, if you go over this and you try to fish, no good. Once again, sea turtle sign. How y'all doing? Living the dream, living the dream. How y'all doing? Once again, if you can see that, another sign, photocopy, nothing about firearms. How y'all doing today? Y'all living the dream? All right. As long as you're living the dream. Alright, as we probably would walk up, here we go. We've got the Port Canaveral. As you can see, no pets allowed. Don't bring your pets. They've got pavilion rentals, picnic area, fishing pier, restrooms. It gives you the hours. Once again, nothing about firearms. So we're going to continue our walk right over here. I see another sign, just so we make sure. Because once again, I've basically walked in through this park from start to finish. I've made the 10-minute walk, and I've got nothing. Okay, we've got a little sign right here next to the thing. It says Jetty Park, beach information, swim within 75 yards of a lifeguard, no fishing, no surfing permitted in protected swim areas. And then it gives you a little information about when the high tide and the low tide is, lifeguard on duty when flags are up, help keep Jetty Park beaches safe and clean. Remember, pick up your garbage. If you can, one day we're actually going to try to make a little walk, and we're going to do a beach cleanup as we go to fish. And if the police want to try to hassle us about picking up garbage as we go, we'll deal with that. Carbon copy of another sign. We've got our restrooms right here. Restrooms and changing area. So that's kind of nice. It's going to be kind of pretty close to where we're going to be fishing. So if you have to leave your fishing rod and keep fishing and walk back to the restrooms, they're right here. Alright. And then over here, over to my left, which we're probably not going to be dealing too much with, but that is going to be the kids area. You know, there's a little playground and some slides and all that good stuff. But once again, I'm not seeing too many signs in this general area, not within looking distance, not like the handicap sign I can see. And then we've got a little sign here that says Jetty Park, Acquisition and Development Funding, U.S. Department of Interior, Land and Water Conservation Fund, Brevard County Beach and Riverfront Program, Canaveral Port Authority. You know, once again, a lot of signs that don't have anything to do with firearms. Don't drink the water. I like your helmet. That's pretty cool.
Thanks.
Have a good day. Yeah, you need to get a cool helmet too, buddy. Oh, look, does that hurt? Does that hurt?
My dad gave me the first pick, I picked that one.
Oh yeah, nice. That's a pretty cool one. Have a good guys. Have a good. All right. Well, before I go any further over here, where the pier is, we're gonna walk over here. We've got Fish Lips, Jetty Park. Cool little restaurant. Maybe after we all get done, actually, we're gonna be having a barbecue. Right near there, that's right near the little kid park and stuff. That's where I see all the grills, and we'll go there after I'm about to leave. Once again, carbon copies of the same sign: protect the sea turtles, all the beach rules, nothing that pertains to firearms. So, once again, if somebody was coming here with a firearm or falling under the Florida statutes under 790.25 section 3 subsection H, we should be good. We are perfectly lawful to carry our firearms how we want under Florida law. Now, we've got the Malcolm McCluth Fishing Pier rules. Alright, fishing license is not required on the pier only. So, okay, everybody, just to let you know, we do not need a fishing license to fish on this pier. So that would mean no IDs. If we do not need a license on this pier and we are valid under this pier rule, we are not giving IDs, period. No IDs are required on this pier because our fishing license is nullified. We don't even have to produce that. So we're good. Second rule, no motorized vehicles, skateboards, bicycles, scooters, etc. No running of horseplay on the pier. Obey Florida saltwater fishing regulations. Good conduct, sportsmanship required. Cut your bait and cleaning stations only. Please clean stations afterwards. Catch must be placed in a container within 10 minutes. No climbing, standing, or sitting on rails. No jumping or diving off pier. No glass on pier. No littering on or off pier. Place trash in containers. No trash placed in fishing line containers. And this is by the Canaveral Port Authority. These are their rules, plain and simple, to the T, no questions asked. And if there's nothing pertaining to firearms, we are good to go. If you do not put it, we do not have to obey it. If you say there's no firearms, we will obey your unconstitutional laws. But because it is how it is, this is how it is. Once again, we've got a Malcolm regulations, sea turtles, pelicans, don't feed them, all that good stuff. Make sure you put your trash away, kind of signs. Here, so you want to go over here, port. And that's pretty sweet. I mean, you can see right over here, there's some port stuff right over there in this direction. That's where probably all the big boats come in. We've got something right here. It looks like almost like a military boat, possibly, but I'm not really sure. But yeah. Really cool place. It's going to be this seems like it's going to be a good walk. So for those that can't make the walk, you're definitely going to want to come out here and park inside the park. Unfortunately, if you're not from Brevard County, it is going to cost you $15. If not, if you're from the area, it's only going to cost you about $5. And that's the weirdest kind of, that's kind of, I think it's kind of messed up to say, hey, if you're not from here, you got this, and if you're from here, you get this. So, but whatever, we'll deal with that. We just want to go out here, express our rights, and that's it. How you doing today, bud?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm living the dream, brother. Living the dream, man. I wish I was drinking a beer like you, man.
Go right up there and get one.
Yeah, I know. I'm lazy. Alright. I can see a sign here. It says basically keep off the rocks. Menante fuera de las rocas. And that means keep off the rocks, and I guess. My Spanish is kind of broken, so don't criticize me for saying what I just said. So I'm not trying to criticize the Spanish or the Latin American countries. My Spanish is not that great. But anyway, it means keep off the rocks, so we can't fish off the rocks. All these rocks we cannot open carry on. But as long as we're on this pier that has no fishing regulations, where we actually have immunity because they offer free fishing without a license. So if we have free fishing and we don't need a fishing license, we do not need to provide ID. So that's going to be a beautiful thing. It's awesome. Alright, we're coming up to another sign. I think it's going to be a reprint of the same sign that is exactly what the Port Canaveral Authority says. And once again, it talks about, the shorebirds and seabirds. Nothing pertaining to us. Just don't catch one, don't feed them. And this is another carbon copy of the same sign we saw from earlier. Nothing pertaining to firearms. So once again, we're good. What's up, bud?
Hey, how you doing?
Living the dream, bro. Living the dream. Did you catch anything, guys? No. Not yet? Where's the monsters, guys? Where's the monsters? In the water. Once again, all the way, pretty much all the way to the tip, no signs. And I'm actually going to take a walk down the road on the way back so I can just verify that there's no signs on the road.
I need to go there too. So we were all the way on the left side where the dock was.
Really cool area. It looks like the current's not too bad because that's half the problem when we go to these inlets is, man, the current's so ripping. But this doesn't look too bad. So hopefully we can post up. It is going to be bright and sunny. There's sun out. Yeah. I turn around real quick. If any kind of music plays on my videos, I get demonetized. And I don't need no demonetization. I want to make a little bit of money. I make only a little bit. I ain't making thousands. I ain't making millions. I'm just making a little bit. Just enough to pay some extra bills, And that's why I thank all my subscribers for watching all my videos and all that good stuff. Because without you, I don't make that extra couple $100 to support my family. I don't make that extra couple $100 to freaking go out and, yeah, I'm looking at fish coming up, tearing some stuff up. But I don't make that extra couple $100 to make these videos happen. Without you, there's no me, and there's no video camera, there's no me traveling. It's just me sitting in the same spots doing the same thing. And I like going to different spots, educating. I like the educational process. But once again, after this, it's probably this video is going to get cut up to where we get on the road so that you can see what any kind of signs are on the road. And then we're going to start heading back home. I've got to make sure I take care of the family and all that good stuff. So I'm probably going to go ahead and cut it off. Alright, as I'm leaving the pier, I noticed this other sign. It has the back side of it, just to double check and make sure. Because once again, they could have had it on the back side and we would have never known. But yep, once again, no fishing license is required. No fishing license is required on the pier only. So long as we're on the pier, we don't need a fishing license. Hence, we don't need to show ID. We're fishing. Hence, no fishing license, no ID. Perfect. But carbon copy, nothing on here says nothing about anything about firearms. So, once again, good to go, or at least from my knowledge. And when we make this next video, you'll understand that. And now I'm walking over here, and once again I said I was going to come over here near the little park area where they have all the barbecue grills and all that good stuff. That's why we're going to have that world famous pulled pork, the open carry pulled pork right here. And we'll set up right here. We've got this park. We've got grill. There's probably about 50, from what I can see, just in this area, at least 15 grills. So there's no reason why we can't come here and have a good barbecue. I mean, obviously we'll have the barbecue going on while we're fishing, and then while it's finishing, I'll be able to grab it, bring it back to where we're at, and we can have lunch. And then hopefully, I think that hopefully that we'll be able to have a rocket launch. But you know how Florida is. It is what it is. But yeah, no signs, stop signs, all that good stuff. Nothing that tells me that I can't carry a firearm under the Florida statute. We're gonna keep going this way. Look at these guys. Hey. Stop fighting. These signs are here says, please secure gate behind you, campers and registered guests only. No firearm sign. Telling you what's going on, general directions of everything, restrooms, all that good stuff. So because I already walked down the sidewalk, I'm just going to walk down the road on the sidewalk, or on the side of the public easement, and we're going to make sure there's no firearm signs. Once again, state law, yield to pedestrians and crosswalk. Please secure gate behind you. State law, yield for pedestrians and crosswalk. Speed limit. Alright, this sign over here says lane 1, lane 2, no double / triple parking violators will be towed. Basically, this is more parking, overflow parking. So if we can't park, if you can't make the walk, that is gonna make, this is basically where you're gonna park here or in that other parking lot adjacent to where I was. And those are gonna be options. That's gonna be the closest part. Me personally, I'm gonna actually park outside the park. I'm gonna skip the $15 and go ahead and make a walk. And walk right through this place. As long as it's lawful. Right now, we're making sure all the legalities are good. And from what this place is showing me, because there's no signs of nothing saying we can't carry firearms here, that's where the issue is gonna come up. Once again, just make it a walk. Speed limit sign, both sides. One says 15, one says 10. So as we get closer to the entrance, obviously you get to speed up a little bit. So pay attention to your speed limit signs. This is a road. This is not just like going through your parking garage where we'll skip all that part. We'll just edit that out. But over here, that's the sidewalk that I was walking on. This is the sidewalk that we'll probably be taking. Obviously, we don't all want to be walking down the side of the road. Firearms, that's just going to entice the police. So we're just going to walk down the sidewalk all the way down until we get to all the public access roads that we can. We are, we don't go out here to try to antagonize. We don't try to do anything harmful. We just go out there expressing a right. When you want to try to infringe on that right, that's when we have the problem. Now, basically everything I've walked through, there was no more signage, maybe other than on the wall over here to my right, where these little gates are. There may have been some signage. This one doesn't have it. Some did, some didn't. Once again, going through the exit of this place, I don't see any signage. Once again, so at this point, there's no signage. There's no way of knowing if you can or cannot unless under Florida statute. If they say what you're supposed to be doing under Florida statute, as on their park regulations and rules, it states under Florida state statutes, other than to possess a firearm. Well, I just walked 20 plus minutes throughout the entire walk that we're about to walk. If we were to make a walk, if we were to park in the parking lot, obviously it's going to be a lot shorter. Sign over here where I'm pointing says thank you for visiting, come again, Port Canaveral. East Coast fencing. That's the fencing person that put up all these fences. And I can definitely say I didn't see not one sign at all, not even pertaining to firearms, other than nothing. So if you've got nothing, how do you know? How do you protect yourself and know the law if they don't even give you the rules posted on their signs? Once again, we're gonna walk around. This is just more development that they're trying to do. We've got a boat ramp sign.